Gorgeous. Welcome to the Healing Elevates Relationships podcast. I'm your host, Bernadette Jackson, CEO and Lead Strategist at H.E.R Consulting Group and the creator of Her Way Relationship Intensive course. This podcast was created as a response to my desire to redefine how the world views women with daddy issues. I release a new episode every week, so expect to hear me and my guests discussing topics, sharing stories, and gaining insights from the perspective of a fatherless daughter and the people who love and support us. If this is your first time here, here's what I want you to know. You deserve amazing relationships, and nothing you've done or experienced disqualifies you from that. But here's the thing. Amazing relationships with others happen after you cultivate an amazing relationship with yourself. And how do you do that? Self-discovery, healing, and accessing your authenticity. Let's dive in.
Hey y'all. So I've been thinking and rethinking about how exactly to put a nice, neat bow on the end of the podcast as a recovering perfectionista. I thought about all the things I have yet to say, but ultimately, I remember that this is not goodbye. It's meet me over here. So instead of a long, drawn-out farewell that will trigger our collective fear of abandonment, let me say this. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to deliver my love letters to you and my content to you on different platforms. That's it. When I first started the podcast, I can admit now that I had no clue what I was getting myself into. Only that we needed a voice about us that was not centered around how rude, defensive, undateable, and unsubmissive women with quote-unquote daddy issues were. I was sick of hearing it, and it just didn't represent who I or any of the women that I met were. Because we were compassionate, caring, selfless, misunderstood women who deserved deep, transformative love. Many were unsure how to find it, and many stumbled onto it and needed to know how to keep it. It's those women are the ones that I put my fear of public speaking aside for. Those were the women that I knew needed a platform that spoke to them from a woman who understood them. So when I received messages like the following in my first season, I knew that this was something that I needed to continue. Hi, Bernadette. I just wanted to thank you for your entanglements episode of your podcast. You were talking to me. My parents divorced when I was a baby, and I've never met my father. He wasn't interested in having anything to do with me. When people would express any kind of pity over this, I used to say, you can't miss something that you never had. And I still think that that's true. But looking back, I can see now how growing up without a father did change my behavior and self-esteem. So anyway, I just wanted to thank you and let you know that I'm going to continue to listen. Your podcast means so much to me, and I wish you great success. So much has changed from season 1 when I received that message to now season 4. The podcast morphed from just sharing information and stories about us, for us, to redefining how the world views women with daddy issues, one episode at a time. Once my podcast received that charge, things began to grow. We featured a new series topic each season, and they gave the different aspects of our experiences. When you listen in its entirety, you begin to understand that our collective stories have similarities, but are experienced differently. My hope is that the podcast serves as a safe space for you to see more into yourself than you did before. The following messages from the ladies that you're going to hear lets me know that I achieved that goal.
Hey Bernie, it's Tina. I wanted to say, first, I love you. I wanted to second say congratulations on elevating to the next level of your journey. I can't wait to see what flourishes in your garden. What more things will bloom in your garden and flourish. You are an amazing, amazing woman and a sweet person and intellect. Just gosh, I can't even get all the words out because there's so many words to describe the beauty of your soul and how you are helping the community of fatherless daughters, which I am a fatherless daughter. I will miss the Healing Elevates Relationships podcast. I will terribly miss it, but I know I can always replay the episodes over and over again, which I have. My most favorite episode is the recent one. Well, first it was the pre-rejection episode. Obviously, all of your fatherless fathers with daughters series. Those episodes, had me think a lot, and some of them was hard because being a fatherless daughter, just not having certain relationships, that type of relationship with my dad. So those things helped me, believe it or not, scope the type of woman that I'm reconnecting with, and it continues. The process continues to help them heal. So the other episode that first really took my breath away as far as recognizing something in myself was the pre-rejection episode. And I am looking forward because I have to catch up on your last 3 episodes. I believe the recent one was femininity. And I'm excited about listening and tuning in because I am capable of being such a girly girl, but the fact that I'm more of a tomboy girly girl growing up, but the fact that I just love the femininity of who I am. I love the feminine side. I love being a woman. So I can't wait to listen to that episode to catch up. And the other 2, how I believe it's how I live my truth and validation. So those are the last 3 I have to catch up on, and I'm excited about those episodes and the rest of the episodes that you're going to be recording before your departure. But thank you, Bernie, for such a wonderful show and an enlightening show, and an educational and informative and healing show. I am so proud of you. I am truly proud of you and in awe of you and inspired and motivated. So thank you. Thank you very much. Love you.
Hi, Bernadette. This is QL. One of my favorite episodes will be from season 2, episode 15, where you describe fatherlessness as a trauma. You're the first person I heard to say that. I myself didn't have fatherless or what I call daddy issues until I lost my father at 33 years old. Everyone always talks about the dreams you have for your children, but no one ever talks about the dreams you have for your parents. Born to teenage parents, I grew up with them. My mother and my father were only 18 years older than me. So growing up in my head, I always thought that we would be senior citizens together. I would be 80, they'll be 98, and we'll always have this long life together. But as I said, losing my father at 32, and then losing my 33, then losing my mother later on at 38, I know now was very traumatic. And I would even say it would be complex. complex trauma. So your podcasts have been a blessing in terms of speaking to women who not only did grow up with a father, but women like myself who lost their father as an adult, but still looking to fill that void. I wish you well on your future endeavors and the lives that you will touch. Thank you for your service to fatherless daughters. Thank you, Bernadette, for blessing us with your Healing Elevates Relationships podcast. It's always a pleasure listening to you as you bring knowledge, great storytelling, and thought-provoking discussions to mind on topics that support fatherless daughters. One of my favorite episodes is Season 4, Episode 3, Relationship Malnourishment. Listening to your examples of a malnourished relationship really hit home for me. Particularly one example, not having enough relationship skills based on what was modeled growing up, and that being insufficient. Listening to this helps me understand more why it's important to show up and communicate effectively to have healthy relationships. Thank you for pouring into us, and I wish you the best on your future endeavors.
I hope you are having a great day. I really miss our sessions, but just wanted to share kind of the aha moment I had, especially recently with my father. Had a stroke the day after we stopped seeing each other, but that I've been having funerals for him like my whole life. And just going through that process was really interesting and kind of an aha moment to hear, and just decided to share with you. And thank you. I hope you have a great day, and I will stay connected with you. Thank you for all you do.
Before we leave here and you meet me on IG at Bernadette N. Jackson, or in my books, or in blog posts that I'll be writing, or for some of you in my programs or in a strategy session with me, I want to leave you with 10 indisputable truths that I need you to remember. Okay? Number 1, your experience with fatherlessness affected you, but it is not because of you. Receive that in your spirit and set yourself free from having to prove to people why they should love you. Number 2, you could not control what happened to you, but you are in total control over how you respond to it. So do whatever you must do to heal. Number 3, the deep connections that you want to have with people will never develop if you don't allow them to see the real you. Authenticity is the key to the type of relationships that you desire. Number 4, there is nothing in your story that disqualifies you from experiencing the amazing relationships that you deserve. So please do not believe the lies that you've been told. Number 5, you cannot attract what you have not yet become. So work on becoming for yourself everything that you want to experience in a partner. And don't forget to begin to give yourself the things that you would like to receive from the people in your life. Number 6, you are worthy of a deep love, even as you are learning to love yourself. Number 7, it is not a sign of nobility or integrity for you to stay in expired relationships just because you fear abandoning someone the way that you were abandoned. Give yourself the gift of letting the dead things in your life go. Number 8, prioritizing your needs and desires is not selfish, and ignoring them will not increase your value. Number 9, vulnerability is not a dirty word, y'all, and it does not make you weak. It actually takes a great deal of strength and courage to be vulnerable. So use it to build the intimacy that you want to experience. And number 10, the day you plant the seed is not the day that you see the fruit. So keep doing the worthy work, y'all. Bye for now.